Mama say, mama sa, mama pusa. Mama say, mama sa, mama pusa. Pika! Everybody's. Woo! Welcome to our Michael Jackson intro. You know, I told you, I just read the show notes and do what Pika tells me to do, or else I get little shocks. And just like, you know, I just. It's we do not have a Joker and Harley relationship, and that's actually nothing to be joked about either, but also, gee, wow. Comic books, huh? Welcome back to this show. It's time for the Comic Book Coffee Table, where we gather together. I drink tea. We drink tea occasionally. We do. This is my grandma's teapot. It's true. This is old, yeah. My grandma brought this over from Ireland. You're never too old to miss your grandparents. Sláinte. Skål. Salut. To your health. And pull up a chair to the coffee table. It's a coffee table. You can drink it whatever you want here. We got stacks of movies. We got stacks of music. We got stacks of books. Comic books! It's true. The coffee table was where me and my friends would congregate, and we would just shoot the shit all night long about the coolest stuff. And there'd always be some music going on or a movie in the background, and most definitely there would always be a stack of comic books in play on that coffee table. We're all getting each other to read each other's stuff. It was a great time. I'm keeping that spirit alive. We are keeping that spirit alive with this show. I dedicate this season to my parents, of whom bought me these two fabulous comic book books. Books on books on books. We're getting meta here. This is the Overstreet Comic Book Price Guide, the most current edition, 52nd edition. This is the 6th edition from 2021, the Overstreet Guide to Grading Comics. What are we doing this year? We are going to dive into my long boxes. And before that, I love you to my parents. The season is dedicated to my parents, of whom bought me these books. I love you, Hoppy Poppy. Hi, Mom. And that's it. The goal of this show, the overall thing about this show is we're going to rebag, reboard, and rebox my entire collection. Along the way, I'm going to try to give it a value. By using its grade, you have to know how to grade a comic book to see how damaged it is over time. What's happened to it? Are there any tears? How are the corners? How are the staples? How's the spine? Is it sun damaged? Stuff like that. And the closer to the best value, the closer to 10 you get, the best value you get for your collection. So I'm learning that I should have used boards years ago. I should have been using boards all this time. I could have been vouching for the greater value of my my funny book accumulation. And so thank you so much for tuning in today. Please buy your bags. I gotta get better bags in these. Your boards and your boxes. I'm moving to short boxes now. Buy them at your local comic book shop. And I am bypassing my online supply chain this time because I feel the need. It's my mission as a comic book fan, to support my local comic book shops. Seriously. And I'm going to use the plural from now on. I have my go-to. I have a go-to in my village square. It's a great place. And there are several in my outlying areas. And I'm going to visit them all and contribute my energy, my chi, and my money to keeping their lights on, keeping their rent, in my own. This is my disposable income, and this is how I'm choosing to redistribute my wealth with the spirit and intent of equity. Yes, and if I didn't have this to give, I wouldn't. But I could be getting this from the online supply chain, probably at a discount, and most definitely getting delivered to my door. Yet, our local comic book shops, when they're gone, they're gone. There will always be a boutique store, but like a candy shop or a record store. But the days of the record store are way gone. The days of the candy shop are like totally gone. The days of the local comic book shop are sadly numbered, as we know it today. Seriously, I mean, so let's not lose what we have. Let's keep what we've got. Let's contribute to the solution, and let's get back to business. Yeah, I'm drinking tea today, huh? Why not? It's good for you. I grew up in an Irish house. We had tea in the afternoon. Grandma would make tea for Grandpa and me, and the three of us. Yeah, it was nice. On weekends, my grandpa took an extra bag of salada, and it's milk, whole milk, no cream, no skim milk, no 2%, whole milk, sugar, and little cookies. That tea. And I have a cookie. Well, we have cookies. Have a cookie. Yes, pantomime theater. How do you get him to shut up? Give him a cookie. Seriously. Awesome. I hope you're doing awesome. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're rising to your challenges. I hope your challenges aren't defining you. I hope you're squashing your challenges and not being squashed by them. I've learned that in a day of work, as being the chef, that I have the choice to squash my problems. But we're gonna finish up. It's the last day to be talking about the New 52 Action Comics, written by Grant Morrison. I'm rebagging, and now we found out by looking at the Overstreet Price guide that these comic books did, they're only worth what you paid for them. Cover price. And only the first issue, issue 1, gained any value. And then, as I'm going through the, stack to be bagging and boarding. These are in great condition, by the way. The spines on these are better. The corners are pristine. Look at the banner ad on the top, too, advertising, The Dark Knight Rises. It's when is this? 2012? Yeah. I mean, yeah, the spines on this are really good. This is now we want to say about like a good grade. Yeah. I mean, there aren't, notice, there might be a little bends here and there, but not visible. There are a few of them, though. There you go. Okay, Eric. Now you can see them. Ding. Ding. But the corners are okay. It's a little scratchy on this corner. Yeah, here you go. You have to look out for the corners. Ding. Ding. Not, see, yeah. Upon further inspection, we've gone to the videotape. We have instant replay. Dun dun dun. Bag it, tag it, sell it to the butcher at the store. Oh, bag it, tag it. That's an old song from a band named Fish. Just seen them at least 3 times. Outdoor shows. Camping. They had a big following. Here we have the issue number 0, all right? This is, this has also, we looked in the book, yep, it retained its cover value. But what I wanted to just focus on is this. Not just its crappy bag. Maybe, is this a good Golden Age bag or something? I have no idea. It's a variant cover. And it went for $1 more. And let's look at it. Oh, why not? That's what they're there for. Is it the corner? Oh man, it's the slightest of ding. A dingette. Okay, this is in pristine condition though. And yeah, Animal Man. Still pimping the new 50. This edition of Action Comics will run 52 issues. Here's that Earth 2 I was mentioning. I love the design on Superman, on both Earth 2 Supermen. I love that design because they got rid of the trunks for New 52 Superman, as we can see here, the red trunks, and they got rid of the yellow belt. They thought that, hey, we're going to modernize this. They made this is a Kryptonian armor and not, yeah, I mean, don't get me started, huh? But this is a, oh, wow, look at all the ads in the back. This is a variant issue. I'm looking for the particulars. Page that says, uh-oh, hey, look. The Legion. Where is this? Who made this variant cover? It's because it's not listed in the book, in Overstreet. It's called The Second Death of Superman. And, let's see. Here we go. Damn. Variant cover by Pasquale Ferry and Dave McCaig. So this is the Pasquale Ferry variant cover. And I looked it up in the book, and it doesn't even have a listing for issue 16's variant cover. It has other variant covers, which keep their value at $4.99 at $5, right? And this has a cover price of $3.99 because this was a bigger comic book. It has a backup feature too, as Action Comics would usually have. And I'm going to read this from the wiki. Right on. What is the New 52? Well, the New 52's Action Comics, New Superman. What's going on with him? The title, I'm going to read this from the wiki. Yeah, the wiki. All right. The title was relaunched from issue number 1 as part of 2011's The New 52 by the creative team of writer Grant Morrison and artist Rags Morales, who he got his big, I think his big thing was on Identity Crisis, which was a crisis book. Yeah, Identity Crisis. It was in 2004, and it was changed a lot of things. I have all of those floppies, I think, with that beautiful Michael Turner art. But as with all the books associated with the relaunch, Clark Kent appears younger than the previous incarnation of the character. Action Comics focus on the early days of Superman's career, while the Superman series focused on Superman's present. Superheroes in the DC universe at large have appeared only in the past 5 years and are viewed at best suspicion and at worst with outright hostility. Seems like that's like the Marvel universe infecting this post Flashpoint universe. Let's get on it. The storyline in Action Comics takes place about a year before the events of Justice League #1 and was referred to by DC co-publisher Dan DiDio as DC Universe Year Zero, while Justice League operates as Year 1. They turned back the clock. They made all the JLA superheroes in their mid-20s. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern Hal Jordan, Aquaman, I believe. The whole Green Arrow, Black Canary, everyone. All, and this is how you deal with the marching of time versus the never-ending fight against good and evil, of superheroes, while not having them age in real time. The Man of Steel is not yet trusted by Metropolis citizens and wears a basic costume of a cape, t-shirt, jeans, and work boots. I actually really liked that it's not Superboy, but could be. He's not quite yet Superman. And there's a really nice, story in here too, where Clark gets a bunch of these t-shirts printed up, and they're all in different colors. So he's got white t-shirts. He's, so it's kind of like he's bulletproof, but the t-shirt gets ruined. And but eventually he finds, the Kryptonian artifact that makes the Fortress of Solitude, which offers him the blue suit of armor, of Kryptonian armor. No longer, you know what I mean? So, they were trying different things, See, like throwing stuff at the wall, see what sticks. Reinvent the intellectual property. Maybe if something you make sticks, you're gonna get something out of that. But the first issue had 5 printings as of March 2012. So this is a first printing, and that's why, this increased in value. Yeah. The first story arc of the relaunched series, entitled Superman and the Men of Steel, for the collected edition, begins very early in Superman's career as he starts making a name for himself as a champion of the oppressed in Metropolis. So it kind of, Morrison really tried to dial Clark back to that, to the golden age, champion of, stood up for the common man, woman, person, stood up for every, for the working class humans, and then which developed into super empathy for all living creatures. So much so that in one iteration, pre-Flashpoint, Superman's got his own kind of reset values. There's birthright, and then there's so many little things about Superman's, the ins and outs of which origin story are we paying attention to, and in this one iteration that he's a vegetarian. He's usually in the silver, bronze, copper age. He was beef bourguignon was his favorite. That's Clark's favorite meal, and then they went and made him a vegetarian because he can see the life force in all living things, and that was kind of a stretch, but well, or maybe not. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if offend anyone, but the first begins very early. The first story arc, that would be 1 through 6, begins very early in Superman's career as he starts making a name for himself as a champion of the oppressed in Metropolis. He captures the attention of the military and scientist Lex Luthor, who are both interested in testing his capabilities as well as discovering what kind of threat he represents. 1314. And following the completion of the Morrison storyline at issue 18 plus the issue 0, writer Andy Diggle and artist Tony Daniel became the new creative team on the title with issue 19. Then they moved Action Comics to the present, and that was done. And so we were done with Morrison's new origin for the New 52 Superman. This volume of Action Comics will go 52 issues with a 0 issue, a point issue, and 3 annuals. Then, so then goes back to its original high numbering, its volume 1 numbering with DC Rebirth in 2016. In June of 2016, as part of DC Comics' Rebirth relaunch, Action Comics reverted to its original numbering, beginning with Action issue number 957. Indeed. And if you're wondering what happened, I keep mentioning, there was the New 52 Superman gets killed off. I'm reading this one from CBR.com, published April 3rd, 2021, written by Andrew Herbison. So thank you, Mr. Herbison. There were a number of factors that contributed to Superman's overall demise. The Man of Steel endured massive amounts of kryptonite poisoning during a fight with Vandal Savage, and was imbued with the fires of apocalypse during the Darkseid War, temporarily turning Superman into a deity himself, the God of Steel. Dun dun dun. And these incidents contributed to damaging his cells beyond repair, and he was left dying. It could have been stolen. That sounds like it was actually stolen from another Grant Morrison story called All-Star Superman, which Lex Luthor finally kills Superman by doing that exact same thing to him, by making his cells absorb too much solar radiation. And then Superman has 1 year to have adventures and to save the world all over again, and to maybe even live forever in the heart of the sun. Set your controls for the heart of the sun. Superman, despite knowing the severity of his condition, Superman would soon die. Superman carried on as usual, saving as many people as he could. What happened when Superman tried to get... he has a love... In the New 52, that Superman was hooking up with Wonder Woman. Just wanted to say. There's... What happened was the imposter there's an imposter Superman, kidnaps Lois Lane, takes Lois Lane to the home of another Superman, the post-crisis Superman, who existed before Flashpoint. And this was after the convergence event. We'll get into the convergence event when we need to. I never bought it. I didn't buy that one. Yeah, I didn't. I read it off the shelves, and it was pretty fun, I guess. It was really scatterbrained. And I think it was actually one of those just big two things, like, what's Marvel doing? They're doing a Secret Wars with War Worlds. And Secret Wars 2015. It's going to reshape the Marvel Universe. Kind of did. And that's a story for another day. We've been talking about comic books, and we're going to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. So tune in tomorrow, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern, and we'll find out who we're talking about when we turn the page tomorrow. Please like and subscribe. We make daily content here, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern. What the... Dudes. Production values, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern daily. We talk about comic books just for a few minutes in a day, enjoying now we can get back to our lives. And but I hope we've all enjoyed this few minutes together, taking a coffee break, or having a tea time, or just whatever it is you brought to the coffee table, as long as you brought yourself. Thank you so very much. We talk about blessings, gratitude, and purpose, and a lot of food too. I'm a chef. So hit that subscribe button while you're here, please. And have a great day. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. And we will see you again tomorrow in those funny pages. Ciao. Bye-bye.